Hello everyone, welcome to Street Politics with Talisha, and I just want to chime in on a few things, of course, that's going on in our crazy political world. You know, if it ain't one thing, it's another. We already know that certain media, certain journalists, certain people are very obsessed with anything Donald Trump says, do, breathes, walk downstairs. They made a video about him, how he walks downstairs and looked at the stairs before he walked. If he mischaracterized something, it'll be 24-hour news coverage. I mean, the obsession with him is real, and it's like some of you might need to seek help, because I don't pay nobody that much attention. I don't care who you are. Y'all give this man more attention than y'all give whoever y'all worship. It shouldn't be that much listen. It's okay to cover any sitting president, but constantly 24 hours, like CNN whole station is about Donald Trump. Every segment is about Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's other news and stuff that's out there. Even if you don't like news, if you are a news station, you are supposed to report the news, not news that you want to report. Y'all never report the good things that he do. Anything bad that he do, if it's personal life, any that he do. Now I just seen where congressional members are about to have an investigation about Donald Trump covering up for his affairs. Like, are y'all working in Congress or are y'all working at a courthouse? Y'all act like detectives. Y'all act like y'all some policemen. What have y'all done in the 2 years? Well, how many years? Well, 2.5 years since he's been in Congress. What have y'all done? What have y'all done besides open up the investigation is so annoying. Do you think we can listen? I don't care who Donald Trump slept with. Who he slept with is none of my business. That's none of my business. That's between him and Melania. Quit acting like y'all don't. Every politician that has ran, not every one of them, the ones that had these kind of accusations going on, they all do this type of stuff. But that's not my business. It wasn't. I said the same thing with Bill Clinton when he was getting head in the White House. That's not none of my business. That is between him and his wife. It has absolutely nothing to do with me. What he do in his bedroom and in his personal life, that's not my business. You don't vote politicians in office to be worried about their personal life. You vote politicians in office to do the things that you want them to do. I think that's where people get it misconstrued at. These politicians are not your mentors. These politicians are not your saviors. These politicians are not your gods. These politicians should not be your mentors. All this, you know what I'm saying? They are politicians. Do y'all Google the word politician? Y'all is getting it. I don't care about none of the other stuff. I don't care what he did before he came. I don't care if he's sleeping on Melania Trump today. That's not none of my business. I have my own personal life issues to be worried about. Didn't be worried. My only issues with President Trump is the way he governs this country. And I don't have an issue with it. That's my concerns. Because you vote people, and I didn't vote for him in 2016. I will be voting for him in 2020. But I'm just saying, those are the things that you look at. Do this person push the policies and things that align with you? Anything other than that scope, you out of line. Some people need to stay in line. Y'all can open up this investigation about Donald Trump sleeping with this lady. At the end of the day, don't nobody care, but Democrats in the left. Y'all care more than Melania. How is it that y'all care more than her? Y'all keep beating all these dead horses. They dead. These stories are He paid Stormy Daniels, dead. Don't nobody care. Knew somebody else, dead. Don't nobody care. Russia collusion, dead. Obstruction of justice, dead. All these things y'all trying to revive, that's dead. You're not going to get no more spark and outrage. Listen, people are concerned about how the economy going, how their pocketbooks are looking, and so on. Not what somebody doing in their bedroom. Like, this is just up. This is just insane. This is a case of insanity. Some of y'all are insane. And that's just sad to say. Some of y'all are just insane with this stuff. Like, when are y'all going to realize that don't nobody care? What policies and procedures have you been put in since this 2.5 years? What have you done besides open up investigations about Donald Trump? What have you did for your constituents? You have whatever her name is. She more worried about what happened over in other countries than she is of her own constituents. What do you do for your district? Your main concern is everything that's happened in another country other than the U.S. And you want to bash a country that you wanted to be here. Didn't nobody go running looking for you. You came over here to America. Now all of a sudden you hate the place that you came. You wasn't hating the place when you was applying for your visa or your green card, or you American citizen. Now your U.S. citizenship, you didn't have nothing to say about America then. America, any place gonna always have their flaws. But you can't sit up here and say we the worst. We not the worst country. Everybody wants to be America. Let's get that straight. Then you have fools that they hate Donald Trump so bad that they want to see other Americans suffer so hard that they can just not vote for Trump. For people to sit, for him, whatever his name is, to sit on his platform and say he want us to go into a recession. He said, I don't care. I know I'm against no back, but that's how I feel. I don't care. I want us to go up under a recession. Then people will see Donald Trump for who he is. But you got to understand this. He gets $34 million a year. He makes $34 million, over $34 million a year. He gonna be all right. It's the average American workers that Democrats claim that they love and that they campaign for. Those are the people that's gonna suffer. But he don't care, just to get Donald Trump out of office. Now you have, it's getting so sad with the politicians, even with the people that's running. Their new thing is, we don't care about the slip-ups and the mishaps that Joe Biden is having. We just care about somebody that's going to beat Trump. So now, basically, the Democratic Party is saying, like, we don't even care if you qualify. We don't even care if you fit the standards of our party. As long as you can beat Trump, that is our thing. This is why y'all going to lose. This is why y'all going to lose big time in 2020, because of stupidity like that. How you don't care about the candidate that's running? Now here it is, you had Joe Biden told a story, but the story was mixed up of 8 stories all in one. He confused the whole story together. You have some people saying he lied, but some people say it wasn't like that. He just mixed it up. But if Donald Trump make one error, he gets 48-hour wall-to-wall coverage on that one error. But Joe Biden been making errors since he started running. I just think Joe Biden need to just drop out. And my reasons for saying Joe Biden needs to drop out, and I'm really just saying this from my heart. And looking at him, no, I'm not a doctor. No, I can't diagnose people, but something is off with him. Something is off with him. Mentally. And just because y'all rather because he the front runner and y'all think he can beat Trump and say screw his health, something is wrong with Joe Biden. No one tells a story and mix it up with 4 different stories. Don't nobody do that unless something going up here wrong in your mind. I was sitting with my grandmother yesterday. She has dementia. That stuff she do. We sitting there having a civil conversation. My grandmother have days where she just be on one. And yesterday she was on one that this ain't her home. We like, Grandma, this your home. She kept on asking for her shoes. These your shoes. So in the midst of her asking for her shoes, she all like, I want to go to my grandmother's house. Now my grandmother 94 years old. She's sitting up here in the midst of one conversation. She want to go see her grandmother. Her grandmother lived in Louisiana. Then she went from that to, they said earlier she asked about one of her daughters my aunt that passed away. Like she mixed up stories in the midst of when you talking to her. Them type of, like, I'm not saying Joe Biden has dementia or Alzheimer's, but his memory is getting a little foggy, and it's to the point it's just like, I don't even like bashing him about it. Like people is really like bashing him about mixing up all this stuff that he's mixing up and getting confused, which I don't see nothing funny about that. That's something that I wouldn't bash at the end of the day. Like, he might need to go see a doctor to make sure everything is all right with him. That's just how I feel. I'm not saying it. I'm just looking at, on the outside looking in. Like Joe Biden might need to get mentally evaluated. Because the more and more he's on TV talking, the more and more it just seems like his mind is just all over the place. And that's not a good look. You got to think Joe Biden is in his, how old is he? I don't know. He almost in his 80s. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's something his health risk is not important for him trying to beat an opponent, which he's not going to beat Donald Trump anyway. That's just I don't think he's going to be able to beat Donald Trump. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I think his wife and his family need to, his family, that's like me letting my grandmother go out and thinking she about to campaign. And I'm watching her deteriorate on TV. Like, some of y'all need to just get y'all family members and make them go live the rest of their life. Like, because, just like Justice Ruth. Her family should have been had her retired and go live the rest of her life out. Now she in a predicament that I just feel like at this point it ain't no point. It is what it is, but it's coming to her. So I always tell people, like, you know what I'm saying? You have to get people out. Her life is in that chamber. Even though I know people saying she needs to retire, I get that. But some people will go home and that'll be it for them. Let her live the rest of her life, how much ever longer she got. But before all this stuff, they should have been made her retire. See, that's how we is in our family. When we had to take the keys from my grandmother in Alabama on my father's side, you ain't driving no more. Because you a risk on the streets. Some stuff family members have to step in and do. And that's what I think they need to do with Joe Biden. And I mean that sincerely. That's just insane. But back to the Democratic Party, like, they don't even care about whatever you running for. They just mainly focus on is beating Joe Biden. Beating Joe Biden, I'm sorry. Beating Donald Trump. But no, I don't think those type of tactics going to work. You know what I'm saying? But what else I wanted to talk about? It was something else. Oh, let me just tap on in on the Republican Party. I did a video like 9 months ago on the Republican Party. I don't think that some of the Republican Party understand this, or the head people that's in charge of outreach or grassroots. The Republican Party has they are horrible with outreach in the black and urban community. They are not there. Yes, blacks are leaving the Democratic Party at droves. We see that, but they're not running to the Republican Party either. The Republican Party, you have to do outreach in a community. How is it that I've been staying in the house I've been staying at for 13 years? I've been at this house that I'm in, 13 years. Not once have a Republican ever came and campaigned and knocked on my door, even if they not running. Just because you're not running don't mean that you can't do outreach in communities, or you can't have activities. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you expect the urban and the black vote to come to you and you not reaching out to them? Having Candace Owens, Diamond and Silk, that's fine. But it's people that's not on Twitter, and it's people that don't even care for them. But it's people that are done with the Democratic Party. You can't be using these pundits on Twitter and think that's going to persuade the black vote. No. You have to get out, come in these hoods, and let them see you. Let them, like, hey, I'm here. I know this been ran by this, but we doing no. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to reach to them. You ain't reaching them on Twitter, on Instagram, on a lot of these people that has viral videos on YouTube. That's not going to cut it. The Republican Party. And you are going to lose out on votes like that. And just because that's why, remember what Hillary Clinton did when she didn't go to those, was it some the Rust Belt states, and she lost because she thought she had it covered. You can't think all grounds need to be covered. You can't be coming at this like I got this and they seeing this, and because it's a Blexit movement, because you have a lot of these black people. You know what I'm saying? That's no. Y'all have to go places that y'all ain't never been before. And a great place to start is in the projects, in the hood. Y'all got to come down there. How do you expect to get that vote and you don't come down there? What sense does that make? Y'all have to, Republican Party, y'all could get more black voters if you at least attempt to try to do grassroots in these communities. Just because a community has been Republican ran for 80 years, trust me, go look at those numbers of the vote. Some of these people, it be 500 votes to 1,200 in a whole district that these people are running for. So that just goes to show you that it's only a few amount that care, and the rest of them like, I don't even give it. No, I ain't even voting. So that's one thing that y'all gonna have to do, and you're gonna have to put people outreach in these communities that mirror them. Because one thing, some black communities, a lot of them are stubborn with things. So you have to get people out there to mirror them. A lot of people don't know a lot of these people that's on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube, nor do they care. But some voters want to feel like the people of the party care for them. And that's one thing that I see lacking in the Republican Party, and hopefully y'all can step y'all game up with it. Because a lot of people just don't know, and y'all got to step up and start doing y'all part and start reaching out to them. And so that's all I want to say with that. Hopefully this will get to people that's higher up so you can understand, hey, this needs to be done. I'm telling you what needs to be done. I be down in the hoods all the time. I'm from the projects, and I still go down to the projects. Everybody always say the same thing. Ain't no Republican ever came down here. They don't even know a Republican. They think I'm a Republican. I'm the closest Republican to them, but I'm not even a damn Republican. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm registered as a Republican because I had to take Democrat off my name, but I'm not a Republican. But I'm the closest Republican. They think I'm a Republican, and they listen to me. They understand. They see what's going on. But Republican Party, y'all need to step your game up when it comes to urban and black communities, because you will not get a lot of their votes. And stop thinking a lot of those votes are gonna come from certain these people on Twitter and YouTube and all that, because it's not. That's all I want to say with y'all. Have a blessed day. I'm out. Have to get my day started.